How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we will go through everything that we know about the new 2022 Honda Civic 11. So we've got some good news and we've got some bad news. So let's start off with the bad news. We will not be getting any coupes. We knew this from Honda's previous statement that Honda will no longer make the SI coupe or the Civic coupe whatsoever. Some good news is Honda will be making the Honda Civic SI and it will be making the Type R. Now in the Type R, you always see the manual transmission and you always see the manual in the Civic Si. Honda has already told us we will see both a manual in the Civic Si and the Civic Type R. Honda previously did come out and say that they will not be making manual transmissions anymore for their Civic. What I assume they were talking about is they're no longer going to make the Civic Sport in a manual. There are a lot of things we still do not know as it is a concept. So the car came out last night on the 17th of November on the live stream. If you guys were watching that, you know there wasn't a lot of Honda really on there. There was a lot of gameplay and a lot of video games being played on there, trying to get some new attention to Twitch from Honda's live stream. I ended up giving up and stopped watching it, which is why the video is coming out now and it didn't come out yesterday, because I didn't watch the whole thing because I just didn't have time. All-wheel drive, let's talk about that real quick. Civics are always front-wheel drive. They haven't made an all-wheel drive small sedan since like the 90s or like the later 80s, early 90s period, so we weren't expecting Honda to do it, but there were some things in the past that they had said that, you know, they might be hinting at competing with Subaru in their all-wheel drive and also Mazda with the Mazda 3. So we were kind of thinking they were going to put an all-wheel drive system in the Civic, but it turns out they're not. The Civic is not getting all-wheel drive, so unfortunate to see, but like the Civic is... it's a front-wheel drive car. Civic Type R made a name for itself being front-wheel drive. So it would have been cool to see like maybe a rally car, a rally Civic Si, but it's fine. It's still going to be a phenomenal car. Now, let's talk about the design and the styling of the car. From the exterior, obviously, it looks very, very much like a newer Accord. And also, it takes a lot of Audi and Volkswagen, in my opinion. It kind of looks like a Passat, and it kind of looks like an RS3 or, you know, just the normal Audi sedan would look. So we are expecting to see this car around 2021 fall, so almost a year from now. In the spring of 2022, we are expected to see a hatchback. So they have not confirmed or denied a hatchback Honda Civic Si. So we might be getting a hatch for the Si, which would be really cool because I know a lot of people love hot hatches. We haven't got too many hot hatches in the last couple years. They took the Focus away. You know, Volkswagen is giving us the Golf, but they haven't given us the Polo. And, you know, there's the Veloster, so we're thinking about there's going to be some competition between that. So, interesting to see if they do go for a hot hatch Civic Si, a cheaper version, a cheaper option, and, I mean, it's a Honda, so it's probably going to be reliable. Now, let's talk about what they have for the transmission. So the transmission is going to be a manual. There's going to be a manual option. That is what they said last night. It is subject to change, but as of right now, there will be a manual in the Si and in the Type R for sure. Now, what Honda, where they were talking about last night, they might go with the dual clutch option. Obviously, dual clutch shifting super, super fast. Doesn't tend to be super reliable, but with the newer cars being dual clutch, there hasn't been... we've kind of figured it out and we've kind of started. Honda's never done it before, so it'd be kind of worrisome to see them do a dual clutch for the first time, but I'm sure they're going to nail it. And if they do a dual clutch, they haven't confirmed it and they haven't denied it. They've kind of just hinted at it. So it'd be nice to see a dual clutch Si. I don't know how people would feel about the dual clutch Type R. I personally would like it as long as it came with a manual option. I think that could work really well because setting track records and the new Nürburgring track time for everything, like the automatic is a much better option. For the people who want to have fun and for the people who enjoy manual like myself, we would obviously love to see the manual transmission, but there are reasons and it would make sense to go with the dual clutch, but Maybe they do both, or maybe they just do the manual. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this. So what's different in the new Civic? So basically, update of the interior, obviously a full exterior refresh, but in the interior you can now get a 9-inch screen instead of the 7-inch. Also, the base model has been boosted from the previous generation, so now it's more aggressive handling and it has higher safety, records. And of course, they're trying to make it even more affordable than the other one was. That's basically all we know about the Civic so far. If I missed anything, make sure to comment it. What do you guys think about the Civic? I think it looks pretty good. It looks a little too much German, but it's a good looking car, and I would love to see the hatchback, and I can't wait until we see the Type R and the SI. I really hope we get a hot hatch SI, being a cheaper option, around $20,000 instead of the $35,000 to $40,000 price tag that the Type R brings. Imagine just a $25,000 hot hatch that you can go buy brand new. That'd be really cool. So that's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time.